welcome to my channel. So my channel, LMT DIY with Rika, is basically called Let Me Try DIY with Rika. The whole point of this is for me to be able to showcase all the different creative aspects that I entail, I guess. I have a lot of different talents, and I feel like DIY has just always been a thing that I've dove into deeply because I get to try a little bit of everything with DIY. So I really enjoy it, and I figured why not show a little bit of my talent to others and also help some other people out with some tutorials. And one of the ones that I'm going to be doing today is makeup. I get a lot of how to, how can I, where do you get, all of that stuff that comes along with doing your own makeup. A lot of people like the way that I do my makeup. I just learned along the way. I did watch my aunt a lot when I was younger, so she loves makeup, but of course I developed my own tactics, my own ways of doing everything. So I'm going to be showing you guys today how I do my own makeup and how I do it with such a light hand. I've been told multiple times that that's a big reason why people like my makeup. It's because I don't over pack it on. I don't create a new face. I still look like myself. And so I want to show everybody else how I do that. So let's get started. First, we're going to start off with skin prep. Basically, I just got out of the shower, so my skin is clean, clear, nothing's on it, no oil, nothing. So since that is the case, I am going to be spraying my face prior to moisturizing. This is rose water that I've mixed with witch hazel. Rose water is a really good toner, and so is witch hazel. Witch hazel helps to balance the pH balance in your face and your skin. So with this one, I also happen to drop in a little bit of my Rose and Collagen Revitalizing Eye Serum. This one, I feel like, I'm not sure, but maybe the collagen might be breaking my face out because I got a bump. And most people like a bump. Like, no, that's not on my face normally, so that's a problem. And as you can tell with my dark spots, that tends to be where I get bumps. But look, you see, look, it's cousins next door. So yeah, and I have one over here, but I felt like, okay, that's fine, because a few people that have asked me how to do makeup have issues with acne. So I took that as, well, this is an opportunity to do a makeup video as my first video, so that I could show people what I do and how I conceal a little bit of my dark spots and how I get this airbrushed look that everybody says that I have, but I guess it's because of the way I do my makeup. So I have a old Garnier Rose Water Smoothing Mist bottle. I'm going to be mixing in some more of my own rose toner and witch hazel that I have together. This one's by PearlEssence Rose Water and Witch Hazel Balancing Face Toner. So that's the one I'll be using. And then I'm going to be mixing it in with Humphrey's Witch Hazel Astringent, which is 100% all natural witch hazel. This one here. I'm going to just mix it in here. Most of it I'm going to do as the rose water and the witch hazel one already, because I'm just going to put a little bit more of the witch hazel just for the fact that this one's 100%. So I'm just gonna pour. This bottle is glass, so it kind of glugs, and I'm hoping I don't spill this. Oh, I still haven't mastered how to pour out of it. I kind of gotta dump it. That's the sucky part. And then imagine not dumping it in the right place. Okay, a little bit more than half. So I'll say 75% of the bottle. There we go. So just like so, 75% of the bottle. And I'm gonna just pour the rest with Hazel in. Boom, done. That was quite easy. Put the lid back on. Mix it on up. So I'm not gonna use this one because again, it has the collagen in it. And lately I've been putting the collagen drops on my face, which is what I'm gonna do. So I assume that that is why my face might be overreacting to it. Like, hold on, wait a minute, girlfriend. Putting too much on there. Because when I say I have the most basic regimen, people like my skin and it is the most basic regimen. Honey, you can't get more basic. This I just started doing, which I think is why my face is reacting to the collagen. So that's why I took it out this time. But I like to spray it real good because I like it pretty moisturized. Because I pretty much need to wake my pores back up before I put my moisturizer on. One of my moisturizers that I use more often and I think is better for my skin is Pond's the dark spot corrector. I believe it has vitamin B in there and something else, but it's light. It doesn't have a lot of oil in it like the cold cream that I use. The cold cream has so much oil in it, but it is great at moisturizing, hydrating my skin during the winter, which of course that's what it is right now. And it also makes sure that I get any extra makeup that might have been stuck on my skin off really easily. So I use it, you can use it to clean your brushes, you can use it to clean your face off when your makeup's on there. It's good for a lot of things. So you don't need a lot. When I say you really don't need a lot, a little goes a very long way. That was one little dot on my finger. That was one little dollop, boom. And I just mix it around and spread it. Cause I feel like I have a really oily T-zone normally, but in the winter, I'm more dry in that same area that I'm normally oily in the spring or the summer. So now y'all can see why I like it. It definitely moisturizes very well. See how dull my skin was looking, and now it's just like ting. Okay, so a little bit of cold cream by Pond's. Again, this one is it says makeup remover, deep cleanser, but in theater, when we take our makeup off, we use this, we clean our brushes with this. I have a theater background, so I'm used to using this to moisturize my face or prime right before when I don't want to use a primer or I don't have a primer. It works really well with holding on to that makeup. So this is by Azure, I guess. The Rose and Collagen Revitalizing Eye Serum. I feel like what I was saying, this is an eye serum, and I was trying to get away with putting it in my spray bottle for a quick fix instead of me having to do this all the time in the morning. But I think this might be my best bet. I'm not putting a lot. I'm kind of just dabbing this on me. I'm not really even using the squeezing part, the dropper. I didn't really squeeze that. I mostly just used what was on there. Right, and then I just tap it in. Sometimes if I'm near the fan, I will let that help dry it down a little bit before I start tapping. But this works. This is supposed to help with under eye wrinkles. I get told that I look quite young, but still want to keep up with my skin. So I always try to look nice, moisturize it on up. Don't forget about it, in other words. Don't just slap makeup on your face. Don't do that. Because if you do that, you're gonna look like a dry sponge. And by that I mean, Your pores are gonna be showing. You're gonna be having all the dry cake spots to look like you can just flick something off your skin, because you might have a dry patch somewhere that didn't look like it was there, but it's there. So moisturize your face. All right, now that that's done, this is almost dry underneath. I do have a few different products, so I will be going along telling you guys everything that I am using. If I happen to forget one, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to list them at the bottom of the video, just to let you guys know what it was again, if you need to look it up or want to get that exactly. But I have NYX Bear With Me Prime-Set-Refresh. It's like an all-in-one. I love me something that's like multiple things in one. I'm that way about a lot of things. Like, can we get it all done at once? I don't have time. Even though I have all the time, apparently, sometimes, if I can do this. But I'm going to mist my face with this because, again, set, refresh, prime. Boom. So we're about to prime with this. It smells so good. I forgot which one this one is. It's a sensitive skin friendly one. Yeah. I don't know why this says tester. Sorry, that was a random silent moment, but I'm looking at it and it says tester. Maybe I bought the last one. I just know I got it at Ulta. Anyway, that feels nicely dried. My little moment of thinking. I have a few different foundations normally that I use, but today, my favorite, my lover, the all-star that gets it done on time every time. It is going to be my Too Faced Born This Way. Yes, lover. This is not, listen. It does everything that I need to do. Everybody's like, you look airbrushed. I'm like, it's the Too Faced, baby. Like, no tea, no shade, no none of that. But I don't know how, but I struggle with getting my skin tone matched up perfectly. And somehow, this one does it every time, every time. So I have Chestnut, and Chestnut is like the perfect blend for my skin, period. Then for winter, I have Butterscotch as my highlight, and this is going to be by Too Faced as well. It's their Born This Way collection, multi-use sculpting concealer. Love this one. Listen, love it. And it's for the same reason. I was wearing this in Chestnut and just, you know, fixing little spots here and there, and people will be like, oh my God, your skin is flawless. I'm like, no, it's the Too Faced. But I'm going to shake this up. I have a damp beauty blender right here, which, let's see, I'm gonna put a little bit. I know people say you shouldn't pump it directly on your face, but listen, I'm gonna do that. The reason why is because I feel like I don't waste product when I do this way. And I know you're like, what? Don't you need primer? I don't. Because I just moisturize my skin. I don't need to waste money on primer. All right. So I have this little mirror. Every now and then you might notice me looking in it. Because I like to see up close with my makeup. I want to see all up in there. So I'm gonna attempt to keep looking here, but look here when I need to. It's kind of hard because, yeah, I want to be in my face. I'm going to use the bottom because I just like the bottom when I'm just doing the flat surfaces, even though your face is rounded everywhere, which is what we're talking about here when it comes to doing highlights and lowlights. Now, you see what I mean when I said that Chestnut is the one? You see how that just blended into my skin? I'm here for it. I'm always here for it. That's why I go buy more bottles all the time. Now, I have a few different things that I can use when it comes to my face. When I'm doing a really light makeup look, I will do my NARS Tinted Moisturizer. I really like it. Sometimes my skin doesn't, but I feel like it's trying to get better. It's trying to get used to it, because when I first started using it, it was like, sis, what's that? I'm gonna give you a bump. But I feel like it's better. What I just thought about is the fact that I was using that and I do got bumps. Dang. Recently. But I'm about to show you it. This one is NARS, the Tinted Moisturizer in Seychelles Medium Dark number 2. You can see the color by the stripe there. It's pretty close to my skin tone. I'm gonna use just a little bit. It is a moisturizer, so I could get away with putting it here where I didn't put much foundation, and I would naturally lighten up anyway. I like to put it under my eye a little. Sorry about that, my voice is going out for some reason. But I put it under my eye because it's a moisturizer. I'm here for the moisture under the eye, because we don't want to look like old wrinklies. And yes, I'm literally using my face as the palette that I pull it from. Why would I put it on the back of my hand when I can use my face? Put it where you want it and pull it from your face, where you won't be wasting product. And the thing I like about the Tinted Moisturizer is that you can build it up. You can use your finger like you just saw me doing, which is because I'm really used to using my finger for this. People will be like, well, that's why you're getting bumps, stupid. But no, it's not. My hands are clean. But I like it. You see how it definitely soaks right in and it looks still like skin. Sorry about putting the mirror in my face, but I gotta get up under the eye, honey. And guess what you also get? I have a hooded lid. Hooded brow, hooded lid, whatever you want to call it. So you get to see somebody do some eyeshadow on that and learn how to like make it look bomb still. All right. One thing I didn't do is grab me a napkin or a towel, which I love because, honey, I'm always with the fingers. So let me see if I got one over here that I can grab. So over here is my little nail craft kit or tote. I just want a napkin. Just a napkin would be great. Okay, I got a napkin. Ouch, that hurt my hand a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of love. Notice inside. Alright. Got to clean the fingers because, you know, I'm not going to say cross-contaminate, but cross-contaminate the makeup into something else you didn't want it in. Alrighty. Let's get this little ugly polka dot off my face. But it's on there, it's gonna stay there, but let's see if we can blend it in a little better. Cause honey, you got to go. Ooh, that bump up there by my hairline though, it's doing a thing. It's a thing that it don't need to do. Put a little bit of this on your eye. I like to blend mine in. I don't want to look stark, like a stark difference. Here we go. Give that little nose, because I got a little one. Okay. Got to get right around mouth area too. So basically the biggest thing for what I do with my foundation or moisturizer that's tinted or concealer is you don't need to dump half the bottle on your face, baby. Just a little bit goes a long way when you get a full coverage. So with the tinted moisturizer, the good thing is if you heavy-handed, you can layer that up and it's okay. You gonna still kind of look a little dewy, like it's still your skin. But I use the applicator from my highlighter, and again, that's butterscotch. I'm gonna hold off on that, pause. We gonna switch and use my Fenty Suede contour stick. Because, oh my gosh, when I tell you that it has like, listen, girl, Rihanna, you did your thing, okay? Listen, because this one matches perfectly for the under eye. So I have two. I have one that's newer, but I have one that's a little older. And this one I just kind of use a brush for, because again, when I tell you it's good, it's too good to waste, gotta use it all. So I'm gonna use my little silicone brush. I buy brushes from just about everywhere. I'm not a bougie brush buyer. I don't need my brushes to have a name brand on them. I just need them to not have a lot of fallout or any fallout at all, preferably. And to just stay on the handle. That'll work for me. That'll work. So I'm just gonna take this, get a little bit on there. And again, this one is Suede by Fenty. Suede. And this one I'm just gonna put here. Now this is a little thicker, so you don't really need a lot to get the job done. In this, I am used to this texture from using NYX products for theater class. Because before I really wasn't sitting here doing like, I mean I did full faces, but I used more of your CoverGirl, Maybelline, L'Oreal, stuff like that. Iman, that was my favorite. So, you know, it wasn't as thick. But then when I got to college and I was in my theater, NYX products are very thick and I don't know how to say, but more waxy feeling. And those definitely, like I said, a little goes a long way. Because, listen, when it's a cream base, honey, you don't need a lot. And it's perfect. All right. Sorry about that. Let me get that on my face so y'all can see. I'm not going straight into the middle just yet. It's this new thing that people do where they just put the highlight, contour, whatever you want to say. I'll say contour because I don't want to get people confused, because there's two different versions of highlight. There is highlighting the face, as in the low light, the highlight, the shadows, the lights, you get what I mean? And then there is highlighting the face with shimmer, you know? So there's different versions of highlighting. So this highlighting is contouring. This is the contouring portion. But this is the contouring portion. So this portion is going to just highlight your natural areas of your face that will be, I guess you would say, risen, so that they catch light naturally right there. And then I will show you later where there's more parts of your face that catch light, or you will want to highlight those with the more shimmer based look. Okay, for me, I have these little flaps here. So I feel like, I don't know if that's what makes people feel like I'm super young and I look way younger than I am. But I feel like it makes me look older. So all I try to do is get my makeup under my eye to match all of this here color-wise. Because if I don't, this just creates more of a shadow naturally on my eye. And so that's why I like to bring mine down a little more. And people say, oh, that drags your face down. Well, it won't drag my face down. My makeup looks perfectly fine every time that I do it. So I'm kind of just skipping putting a lot here because I don't want to have it cake up and get wrinkly looking in my creases of my eye that are naturally there. But I do want to go just below where this line right here sits so that I can just tap it. I guess so for people that have a pie face, this one's for you, shawty. You just go ahead and bring that on up. And then, I don't know, I have like, I guess, I don't want to say a pigmentation issue, but my face looks a little red here and you can really see the veins under my eye. I don't know why that is. Like, don't know. It's always been that way. So I just cover it with makeup. So that's why for me, the whole just putting a little makeup here, here, and over here doesn't work. I need the makeup here for my skin and the way my face is. So it's cool and all to follow trends, but honey, when you know your face, do what's best for you. And that's the fun thing about doing your makeup, because you learn your face. I know I keep going back to that eye, but when I see something wrong, I go back. There we go. Slowly, I am not asleep. My face looks awake. And I'm gonna have to wipe all this off because I am going absolutely nowhere later. This is solely for you guys. Or my ladies, rather. Guys too, whoever wants to know how to do a simple look. Because hey, you could be a photographer, you could just like makeup. Who knows? Live your life, baby. So again, I say I don't like to waste stuff. So I'm just putting that right in the middle here. Just to blend all that in the corners in. Because again, I have a flat little nose, no little bridge here. It's very flat, honey. Listen, this is it. That's all I got. It's very flat. And I don't mind. I've grown to love it. I used to be like, I want surgery. Just give me something. I want to have a cat eye. Can I do that? I got a natural cat eye, but it's different. It's hooded. That's the problem for me. But it's not a problem anymore. I'm fine with it. That was the problem for me. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on this shiner right there too. And his little friend cousin over here. And you just tap around the outer edge. This is how you conceal a bump. Or you can highlight the bump on accident if you don't do it right. So and you go around the outer edge of it so that you can blend it out, blend it out, blend it out. Okay, I don't know why my phone just did that, but let me stay up here and not lean that way. Because it's like, girlfriends, I'm gonna adjust your lighting. You're not over there anymore. Okay, so if y'all can see the cousin of mine over here on my face ain't looking so big, so prominent, but gosh, that one up there is shiny. There, let me use my sponge, get my blend game down. Get your blend game strong, baby. No, but for real, your blend game gotta be strong if you wanna look more natural. So if y'all see, it's looking a little bit more flat. It ain't looking like it's like, hey y'all, welcome to Rika's channel. But all right, I'm gonna blend this up. Yes, I'm using the same side. The reason I do that is because this is just my lower base, basically, my corrective layer. I don't put very much powder on to fix everything else, but I do put some on, so I don't like to put a lot of the cream foundation on. Because when you use powder can make you look old. If you got a whole lot of foundation on, you're gonna be looking like you ghost red. So I'm gonna lighten up under my eye just a little bit more, because now what I did was try to even out my undertones, just to make it look more cohesive. Here I'm gonna brighten up just a little bit. I don't want a lot because, listen, this butterscotch is definitely for when I am pale in the winter. And even though it's winter, I've gotten a little bit of sun before it became winter. And so my face is a little different. I'm gonna use this right here. I'm gonna use this right here. Anyway, use your beauty blender. I'm going to use the pointed side this time because I want to get near the corners of my eye and underneath very well, very smooth. And then just bring it down and across just a little bit, and bring that up and over just a little bit, and boom. See that? Bring her up. Lift me.